Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my predictions for the main card of XFC 16, which is going to happen on February 10th on HDNet. With smaller shows, I only have limited knowledge of a lot of the guys. And also, the other thing is the different websites, like the XFC website, is saying that certain fights are going to be on the main card. And like MMA Junkie saying this, and is saying like certain fights are going to be on the main card, and then, so I'm just going to go with what I saw as far as main card fights go, because that's what I'm going to be predicting. Okay, let's start off. Drew Fickett is going to fight Jamie Varner in the main event. I like Drew Fickett. He's fought everyone. I mean, the guy's fought and beaten everyone. Submission specialist. The guy's really experienced. He's had some personal struggles in the past. Kind of had some mental issues too, because I remember the Cobb fight where it's kind of like took his back, kept his back control for a long period of time. Once Cobb got on top, he got ground and pounded, and they're just like, how did he just lose? It's so bizarre. Jamie Varner's kind of the same way also, but like he's doing pretty well for himself these days. He trains at AMA. He's still only 27. A lot of people know him from the WEC. He's always been a pretty well-rounded fighter. His kickboxing's solid. He has good wrestling. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's pretty decent. Even though he's lost, most of his losses are by submission. And he's always been a solid fighter to me. I saw Varner's last fight against, I think it was Nate Jolly, and he beat him up pretty good. I know Fickett's also coming off like a 3-fight losing streak, so that can mean either he really wants to come back, get a win back, or maybe he's just gonna keep falling off. I'm gonna go with Jamie Varner to win this one. I think he's gonna be the more well-rounded fighter. He's definitely gotta watch out for the ground game of Fickett, though. Okay, next right after that we have Nicolae Cury versus Corey Hill. Nicolae Cury, out of 6 wins, 5 of them are by submission. He trains out of American Top Team. He's going off a 2-fight win streak. He's fought guys like Luis Santos from Bellator, Levon Maynard, who's also in Bellator, Elijah Harshbarger as well. Corey Hill, though, he really impressed me. He impressed me in his last fight against Charlie Rader. He's really tall for the weight class. He has good wrestling. His length really helps his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. I like that Bravo choke he hit on Rader in his last fight. I think I'm hoping he's turning the corner here. I'm going to go with Corey Hill to win this one. Okay, next right after that we have Heather Clark versus Marianna Kheyfets. I'm a big fan of Kheyfets. I think she's very attractive for one, and she's a good fighter. Her last fight really showed me something about like certain fighters like in women's MMA. There's a lot of fighters you see that like they don't necessarily have a base in like combat sports, whether it's like jiu-jitsu, judo, wrestling, or anything like that, or some sort of striking, and Kheyfets kind of comes off that way to me, especially in her last fight. Like she's decent everywhere, but she's not like that good, not really that good in any one thing, which is fine. She's really new to the game, so she's 4-0 undefeated. Heather Clark, though, she's 4-1, trains out of Jackson's, and all her wins, all her 4 wins are by finish. Her only loss is like her first MMA fight, so she's on a 4-fight win streak. This is kind of a biased pick to me. I'm gonna go with Marianna Kheyfets here, but Heather Clark seems like she's gonna be a really good test for Kheyfets here, actually. Kheyfets still young. She trains at a American Top Team. She's 26. I think she's now decided to be, or very recently started to become a full-time fighter. I know she had a full-time job before this. Like I said, her striking's good. It's a bit sloppy. She managed to get some takedowns in her last fight, but her takedowns aren't like that good per se. And you know, her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is good. She has good triangles for one, so it's not bad. I remember against it was like Nora Caldwell or something, though. She was getting controlled a couple times on the ground. So you know, that's the thing with her. She's still very raw. But she is a prospect as far as women's MMA goes. Yeah, but I'll go with Marianna Kheyfets to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Mikey Gomez is going to fight Josh Samman. You know, Josh Samman, he's really good. He has good wrestling and strong ground and pound. Actually, he posts some videos on like, his videos are like pics on a bloody elbow, where like he does these double punch ground and pound. So you know, he's a good fighter. 5 of his wins, of his 8 wins are by KO or TKO. That's 2 submission victories as well. He's only 23. But you know what? I'm biased towards Mikey Gomez. Actually, the guy trains in the OC. Actually, one of my friends, he does jiu-jitsu. He was actually his like instructor, you know, from Gracie Baja. He's a, you know, Mikey Gomez has a Brazilian jiu-jitsu base. He's training at Rain MMA right now. His Brazilian jiu-jitsu is very strong, as shown as his one against Mike Bernhard in his last fight. He's come off a 3-fight winning streak as well. I gotta go with Mikey Gomez to win this one. Next fight after that, I think this is going to be in super heavyweight. It's Brandon Sayles versus Chase Gormley. With Gormley, you know, his record hasn't been looking good lately. He's lost 4 of his last 6, and he hasn't won since May of 2010. He's fought in the UFC before. I remember seeing him on MFC once, and he was actually successfully taking down his opponent and controlling him. He lost. All of his losses are by finish. 3 of them are by KO or TKO. And Brandon Sayles has some pretty good boxing too. He's never been, but the thing with Sayles is he's never been past the first round. This is a really tough test for Sayles. You know, I'm a little tempted to pick Gormley here, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'll go with Brandon Sayles to win this one. Tough for me, kind of tough for me to call, but I'll go with Sayles. Okay, and finally, Stoney Hale is going to fight Dustin West. Don't know much about either of these guys, to be perfectly honest. I know that Hale has fought in Strikeforce and Bellator before. With West, this is his first fight in the XFC. I'll go Stoney Hale to win this one. Also, I said finally, but like the MFC or XFC site has Len Cook versus Chris Wright. So if that fight's happening, I'm just going to go with the undefeated Len Cook. Don't know anything about these guys, though. Just kind of picking it right there. Okay, that's pretty much it for my XFC 16 predictions. If you have any comments, just leave them below. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you very much.